good evening, everyone. My colleagues, my senior colleague, Madam Luthra, and my future colleague sitting over here, and all learned guests from the fraternity and outside the fraternity. Well, instead of guiding, I would say I'm going to share my experience, which may have some guiding element because I started from law school and presently in Supreme Court. So, journey started from academia where I saw law from the classroom, and then I came to practice assisting the court in interpreting. And then in between, I was fortunate, I got to experience some law making process. So I'm taking from where Madam Luthra left, and I want to start from the basics. And in daytime, whatever the discussion has taken place. So I congratulate BW for making such a good event, curating it so beautifully, accommodating every relevant topic. What I understood while looking at schedule, everything important has been discussed. And I'm also sitting from few sessions I could hear. But what I feel when we discuss education, legal education specifically, and making it good for industry, I as I said, I appreciate the way it was curated, that how legal education should be used for the industry, how better lawyers should come for litigation, even in-house, everything was accommodated. What I feel, and I want to start with, how socially sensitive lawyers we can make in law schools, because once one is socially sensitive, know for what law is made, I think the productivity, performance, everything follows. So I want to start from that basic. And that's where I said I'm not guiding, I'm sharing what I have experienced. And I have written one article, 3 C's of legal profession: classroom, courtroom, and corporate. And I'm fortunate to see at least all these three sides. So it is an admitted fact, if I talk in legal terminology, that yes, there is a divide when we see classroom law and the courtroom law. It is very clearly. I taught for 6 years in so many jurisdictions before I came to practice law. And I was wise enough to consider myself fresher and started as fresher, started learning everything, and I realized everything was zero. Whatever I have studied, I knew the law. I knew the law, but how to apply it. Now, here, as I said, I will start with where ma'am left. Knowing law, the basics, it's very important. And when we discuss how to make the law industry usable, we miss that basic aspect. Knowing law is necessary. But when we go to law, which is a first generation reform, law school system of 5 years, then that basic law doesn't get primacy and the exposure to the industry gets the specific importance. Of course, it is a good thing. I'm not denying. Now, the second generation law reform, as Bar Council claims, has also come. They are trying to do another experiment. What I am saying, this divide, these experimentations with the experience are necessary. But to fill that, to bridge that divide, are we really using those experiences? That's where I doubt. The moment in 85 we started to come up with NLS Bangalore, we realized that we need to have early A's and we start grooming in a specific direction. Integrated law courses started, BLLB. Let me just confine with BLLB, but it's same for BSc, BCom, all LLBs. So law school begin with the sociology, economics, all those basic subjects. Why? Because one has to know for what you are going to learn. Until you know the sociology, you don't know the basics, why the law is needed. Now, I have been teaching in law school of that first generation experiment, and I myself has studied in the traditional law school. And I still have my juniors from DU as well as from both places, and I see the difference every day. subjects when it comes to law school are always prioritized. Like one of the panelists was saying that there has to be shareholding teaching, this credit code, that credit code, that's all necessary, and that's where law schools are going ahead. But are we able to balance it? Why are we discussing today again after this bridging the gap? And why I'm saying that yes, this gap still exists, because still after all experiment needful is not done. Now with my experience, I just want to highlight the points which I see, and there is no foolproof solution to any problem, but how I see we can tackle it. So one is definitely the method of teaching, and perhaps that was thought when the law school first reform came, because integrated course, then the teaching methodology, everything was worked out. Even bar council has come up with the amended regulation and talked about the teaching experiments. Still, are we really seeing the application of those rules and reform at equal level when we see those 3 years law schools of traditional universities as well as the 5 years law schools? No. So one is the problem that yes, we do have the problem in way of teaching, but at the same time, in one of the Delhi High Court judgment, Vandana Bhandari, I was reading that Nani Palkhiwala's quote was quoted that our learning, law learning starts from classroom, but it goes on forever. So inculcating the habit, the thought to law students at that basic stage that it is, law is not all about teaching, law is about learning. How good a teacher is every day in every law college, students sit and judge. We do have the feedback systems as well, which is good for the teaching standard. But at the same time, are we not failing to inculcate this, that it is all about good learner as well, because this is one profession where forever the learning has to continue. So when we talk about teaching, of course, we require change, and we still require change. I'll give one example. We focus on teaching the law. And again, when I'm saying, I'm not quoting any law school or any traditional university, in general, we focus upon teaching the law. We don't focus upon how they can understand and interpret the law, because law is not something static. Today there is, like for criminal law, yes, today we have another law, tomorrow we are going to have another law. Now if a student know how to understand the law, then it will be more useful than what IPC was or what any particular law is. Now, interpretation of statute, I always say, is the most important subject which we teach, but no law school gives actually genuine focus on that. So, important laws which are necessary are generally not focused because of the career focus, which starts at very early, industry specific focus, which starts very early. So, can we think of having the module or revising the syllabus and pattern where from third year or fourth year onwards we can give certain subject not only optional to choose, but at the same time give complete option to leave and focus on the industry specific, because what is required for an industry in corporate house would not be the same for an NGO, would not be the same for the person who wants to pursue higher education. So instead of just bulldozing all credit courses, can't we think of specifying and dividing those directions? So one, working on syllabus. That one suggestion I would like to give. Second, involving state bar councils. If so far state bar councils are more focused to registration, and only Bar Council of India is supposed to do the major role of accreditation, etc. State Bar Council should also take up more role, because infrastructure in law schools are still major problem. And the major problem at the beginning stage starts when the Bar Council start judging law schools at one scale all over India. We cannot have same infrastructure, and we cannot have all primacy of syllabus everywhere. We might require a specific thing in particular sections, but that may not be equally relevant for other. So can't we think of involving state bar council and give more role to that which is already by law given to them? but it's not effective. Just one member from State Bar Council goes with the Bar Council of India team and inspection is over. Afterwards, what is happening in that State Bar Council is definitely not relevant for them. So increasing role of State Bar Council is another point I think should be taken in mind. Then when it comes to legal education, clinical legal education, training, we are doing a lot. We have been doing a lot, but the effective part is yet to happen. Internship or tutorial classes or legal education involvement of students, legal aid is involvement of students. We talk about everything, but that's limited to certain level of law schools only, and it's not yet implemented everywhere. So one is what law we have, regulations we have, and second, how to get that implemented to improve the legal standard. At both stages, I think it is necessary to divide the points and work upon that. Another important point, what I see the last session was on ESG. ESG is the right solution, not ESG as a subject, but ESG as the concept is the right solution for standard of improvement in standard of legal education. If environment is thought, then we are going to have all electronic database in all law schools. Then when it comes to society, the legal aid department of the law school should be strengthened. More student involvement should be there. Then governance, if governance part is taken care, then faculty standard and upgradation should be taken on priority. We do have the regulations, UGC requirement for promotions and refresher courses, etc., etc. But when it comes to regular development of the faculties, updating the faculties, I think at that front, law schools are yet to take substantial steps. And when we say law schools, traditional law universities are neither in better position. So on these points, I believe that we require to work on. Medium is also one reason, but I still don't consider it as a very big reason, for the simple reason that majority of high courts have the English as a common language. So that has its own role to play, that often we get confused with the knowledge of language and the knowledge of content law. So that confusion still exists. So this can also be one thing to be thought of. For that, honestly, I don't have exact solution. I would still not say teach law only in mother tongue, but at the same time, this is something to be thought of, because law is for litigants. That concept is very important. And then a final point which I want to highlight: when we start teaching students, we must focus on ethics, we must focus on professional ethics, professionalism. Only knowledge of law, having the marketable subject, good grades in that, is not going to bring us better lawyers in any industry. We were discussing in another session about AI and how it is going to be tackled. It's very simple. If a lawyer knows the ethics, then AI is not posing anything new. ChatGPT to be used as tool to facilitate or to be used just to take over our mind, ethics would give the simple answer. If a lawyer or anyone is morally equipped about professionalism and ethics, then these new days problems are very easily going to be tackled. So Teaching Advocates Act and considering that complete professional ethics is taught in end of the final year, when they are already placed and they are least bothered about knowing about that, is definitely not the right way. I believe professional ethics should be at the time when we are teaching sociology in first year, economics at that stage, so they can understand for which the law is made and what is their limitation. So when students go for internship, they can show similar level of commitment and professionalism, and they can understand better, because nowadays internship are not that helpful, because half of the time they don't get access to confidential assignments, because we are not sure how much they would understand and take it seriously. So this is also one of the point which I think it is to be taken in mind. So if I need to list to conclude with: one, the syllabus, which is problem in traditional universities, that autonomy is not there to offer new subject, as I have seen in NLS Bangalore, that one can very well have number of experts offering all new courses, students are getting equipped. That facility is not available everywhere. So how in traditional universities where the administrative process is too huge to edit and amend the syllabus, how the industry related updated subjects to reach the students, syllabus changing process has to be thought of, and then how a student should be professionally equipped to understand that it is an ongoing learning profession where professionalism is more important than only knowing the law. Thank you so much, BW, for having me and giving me opportunity to share my thoughts. And as I said, there can never be a final solution to ABC that these are the solutions, but there are some solutions which I thought and I suggested, and I believe as legal learning is an ongoing process, these kind of, the moment we face the problem, we will have to come up with the solutions, and have being professionally sound and knowing the basic laws would always make us equipped to face the solution, find the solutions and face new challenges, whatever it comes. Thank you so much.